sorry. So I have one word for you, passion. Passion is what people search for their whole lives. It is the point of living. So if there's no passion, what is the point of living? And I don't believe that there is only one passion for every person. Even though I'm only 18, I had found one of my passions. When I was a little kid, I started ballet like every other little girl. The difference was that I didn't quit when I got older. And at the same age, I started music, which was my violin and piano, and though piano still remains a wonderful diversion, my violin took a serious turn, and I was at the mercy of the rigors of the Boston Youth Symphony Orchestra. But still, make no mistake, ballet was the engine pulling everything in my life. Academics, sports, music. I was determined to succeed. I was willing to do anything to become a ballerina. I took extra classes, I went on summer intensive camps, and I even went on diets. The director of the Boston Ballet School, Miss King, would walk severely around us, correcting a hip here, a leg there, and she would look at herself in the mirror out of habit, and with her thin lips speak in a high-pitched squeak. Anyone she liked was praised and showered with lead roles and her love, and she took them under her wing, girls who she thought had the most potential, the naturals. Girls who were naturally graceful, naturally flexible, as well as naturally confident in their abilities. And one day, like many others, I ate a small breakfast and I skipped lunch altogether. And in class, I doubled over, feeling lightheaded and dizzy, and I asked her if I could go get a drink of water. And when I got back, I thanked her for her class like everyone else did. And without looking at me, she picked up her bag and left. And I remember feeling so worthless that she didn't even ask me if I was okay. And I was just another paying student for her. But still, I didn't let it get me down. I just thought I had to work harder towards my goal. In my 5th year of dancing, I was in a production of Alice in Wonderland, and Miss King picked me in the crowd of dancers in one rehearsal for the part of the caterpillar. It was great. I had a solo, a silk costume, and after weeks of preparation at home in anticipation, I was doing it in front of the whole studio, and she stopped me in the middle of the number. She placed both hands on my hips, looked at me in comparison with the other girls, and I was clearly a lot taller. She looked at me and said, "You're growing tall and awkward. No, you won't do as caterpillar." I was crushed. I had thought I had become a natural. But I still thought she would one day notice me and my passion, and I was not going to give up. It wasn't until 9th grade when I came to BBNN that I decided to quit ballet. It was probably one of the most challenging decisions I had to make, because all my life I had been working towards this one goal, and now all of that work was crumbling around me. And what I had loved most was ripping me apart. I was no longer happy dancing. So I lost my motivation, I lost my passion, and I thought I would never have that passion again for anything I would try. My violin teacher would tell me, "Darling, you will fall in love again, but this time with the violin in her thick Polish accent." And slowly, I started to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I was no longer going through the motions of being a musician and student. I was participating. I focused on my music. I joined the school singing groups and student government and the squash team. And I was slowly finding passions for all these new things that I had never tried before. And things were looking up for me. And now when people ask me what I'm passionate about, I can confidently say that I'm passionate about many things, and that's what makes my life so interesting. And I had the chance to face my fear and get some closure when I went to Boston Ballet last year to visit friends. And I saw Miss King pass me through the hallway, unchanged since I had last seen her. And she glanced at me with no sign of recognition and kept walking out the door just as she has always done. And at that point, I had my closure. I never regretted quitting ballet, but I also never regretted the years of dancing. Because childhood dreams don't have to come true, but they have to swirl and change in your head to a changing tune. So I implore you to go out and find new passions and push yourselves and challenge yourselves and not waste time being miserable, because life is too short to spend it that way. And to use these new experiences to find new passions in different aspects. And even if you have to suffer along the way, passion is worth finding and holding on to. Thank you.